And let's begin with all the details you need to know about the Prime Minister's meeting last evening with his Cabinet and Council of Ministers. Now, the Prime Minister spoke to his new team and gave them a very clear message on exactly what the roadmap ahead is for the new ministers. And India Today has exclusively accessed those details on exactly what was discussed in the first Cabinet meeting with his new ministers. The Prime Minister told ministers that their work should speak for themselves. He also asked all of them to channelize their energy into ministerial work. According to sources, Prime Minister Modi told ministers to avoid making unnecessary statements, referring to high-profile exits of top ministers. The Prime Minister told them to meet their predecessors and to learn from their experiences. He also asked them to take development schemes to the people and to continue taking feedback from them. The Prime Minister also asked his mantris to ensure they are punctual, that they reach office on time and dedicate their time to their work. Let me take this across to our National Affairs Editor, Rahul Srivastava, who's getting us all the latest details on this. Rahul, good morning. What really was, the message that the Prime Minister had for his new team, particularly for all of the newcomers in his cabinet?
Good morning, Akshita. See, after shaping a council of ministers, which is one new, which is also in terms of supposed to add administrative fixes to the challenges faced by the government and also political. See, this what Prime Minister did yesterday is an important message. I think I will be able to explain it better in Hindi. He said, "Aapke apne kaam ko chamkaiye, khud ko chamkane ki koshish na kariye." Means you let your work shine, not yourself. I think that could perhaps be an indicator to the ministers who were removed. Now, what the Prime Minister also said, go and consult your seniors. Very importantly, the news which has not really come out is a very important factor that the Prime Minister yesterday at a function of technical institutes, when he addressed IITs of various IITs and others, the Dharmendra Pradhan, the Minister for Education, was there, but also present were the three new MOS education. When we asked that why is it that for the first time we are seeing even the MOSs there, we were told that this is the new norm, that the MOSs will not be kept out of the loop. They will be in part of most of the events and discussions inside the ministry. Means if there are 52 departments run by 30 cabinet ministers, they have 45 MOSs. That traditionally these MOSs were not given much work. This time around, those 45 MOSs will be deeply involved with the government functions, means ultimate use of the manpower in the government. And then the very strong message on the pandemic, virtually the Prime Minister saying that these kind of practices could bring in a third wave.
All right, Rahul, thank you for those details. Testing times, of course, for the government amid a pandemic, and will be interesting to see exactly how this government, this new team Modi functions. But that's exactly the point. The health ministry is perhaps the most crucial ministry at this point. And you've got a new minister at the helm of affairs, Mansukh Mandavia, and he's already getting down to business, getting down to work. Here's a report on exactly what the first step of the health ministry is expected to be to ensure they're fully prepared for a possible third wave.
The all-new team Modi has hit the ground running. In its first cabinet meet after the expansion, the government has decided on an additional 23,123 crore rupees emergency response fund to fight the next wave of COVID-19. Out of the 23,000 crore rupees, 15,000 crore rupees will be borne by the centre and the rest by the states.
23,000 करोड़ रुपीस का एक पैकेज है। ये पैकेज में कुल मिला के केंद्र सरकार और राज्य सरकार दोनों साथ में मिलके उसका इम्प्लीमेंटेशन करेंगे और ये पैसा स्टेट को दिया जाएगा। केंद्र सरकार की ओर से 15,000 करोड़ रुपीस दिया जाएगा और राज्य सरकार 8,000 करोड़ रुपीस निकालेगी।
The package also includes a provision for 20,000 new ICU beds. 20% of the beds will be meant for children. A provision has also been made for setting up 736 district pediatric care units. All this keeping in mind that the third wave may affect children more.
भविष्य में बच्चों में कोविड का फैलावा हो तो उसके सामने हम कैसी व्यवस्था करें, एक कुल मिला के ये सारे विषय को जोड़ के ये पैकेज बनाया गया है.
2.4 lakh beds will be arranged under this package. The COVID mission will be implemented within the next 9 months. Drawing the vaccine roadmap, the centre says it will vaccinate all within the time frame set.
मुफ्त वैक्सीन का अभियान चल रहा है और उसके लिए प्रोडक्शन और सप्लाई का मैप बना हुआ है. 75% गवर्नमेंट की ओर से वैक्सीनेशन किया जा रहा है. उसके लिए जो भी खर्च होगा वो भारत सरकार उठाएगी.
With vaccination, the sole shield against the coronavirus, the health minister has his task cut out. But ensuring adequate availability of vaccine doses is proving to be a Herculean task. With Milan Sharma, Bureau Report, India Today.
And let me take this across to Milind Sharma. She's joining us live this morning from the national capital. Milind, good morning. This perhaps is the biggest test for the new team Modi and particularly for the new health minister Mansukh Mandavia. After, all the criticism that the government really faced about the second wave and how perhaps they didn't see it coming, there will be a lot of focus on how really they tackle a possible third wave.
Well, good morning, Akshita. But let's also not forget it was Mansukh Mandavia who was working behind the scenes when it came to looking at shortage of medicines because he was looking at the Department of Medicines right there through his ministry. And that is why he knows what is the requirement at this moment to prepare before the third wave. And that's exactly what is the plan that has been chalked out at this moment with the new package. 8,000 crore will be contributed by the states at their level, and not just preparing ICU wards and pediatric care wards for children, but states have also been told to have a buffer stock of at least 10,000 liters storage of oxygen, because oxygen crisis was a big issue during the second wave. And that aspect has also been conveyed to the state. Not just that, Akshita, there were lack and severe lack of medications, which is now being ironed out at this point. This particular package will also have a buffer stock of medicines at the central level, but states have also been told to have their own accommodatory stock just in case of a third wave. And looking at the images that have been coming from various places across the country, the Prime Minister has also expressed deep concern about this kind of COVID inappropriate behavior that people are exhibiting everywhere, which is why the government is also all hands on deck to prepare before the third impending wave hits India. And that is the first point agenda for the new health minister.
And it's so true that, we can't just put the complete onus on the government. We need to do our bit. And we've been lowering our guard of late. Milind, thank you for those details. Let me explain for you exactly what this emergency COVID package is all about. Well, the government is ensuring that 736 pediatric care units are set up. Besides that, the focus is also on ensuring that there's no oxygen crisis this time around. So 10,000 litre auto storage facility will be available at every single district, making it easier to transport oxygen. The setting up of 2.4 lakh beds is also the focus. This will be particularly in parts which are considered to be sensitive to ensure people across the country have access to beds. Besides that, 20,000 ICU beds will be there. This includes 20% being allocated for kids, as experts have warned that there is a possibility that children could get affected in the third wave.